Hi, boys and girls. I wanted to share with you a story today, and the story is called The Worthless Penny. While I'm reading this story, I want you to think about what the theme is of the story. The theme is a message that the author wants you to take away when you're reading or listening to a story. So, when you're reading a story, you should be asking yourself, what did the characters learn? How did the characters grow? So that you can figure out what the theme is. Some common themes are things like courage, honesty, love, friendship. I have a list of them here. Now, a story that we're probably all familiar with is The Three Little Pigs. You know the story of the Three Little Pigs. What is the theme of the Three Little Pigs? What's the message that the author wanted you to get when you read the story or heard the story of the Three Little Pigs? I think the theme is that hard work pays off, because we know the first little pig and the second little pig, they didn't take their time to build a good strong house like the third little pig did. But luckily that third little pig had hard work and determination, and he built a house that kept all three little pigs safe from the big bad wolf. So while I'm reading you the story, The Worthless Penny, I want you to think about, what is the message that I'm getting? What is the theme in this story? So it's The Worthless Penny, and it's written by Grayson Masters. He was a worthless, good for nothing, no good penny. That spent his days in the bottom of a boy's pocket. There he is in the bottom of the pocket. And sometimes the boy would reach into his pocket and gently rub the penny between his fingers. Other times he'd bounce the penny in the palm of his hand. And on some occasions, he'd squeeze the penny as tightly as he could. But the one thing the boy never, ever did was spend the penny. He'd go to the store, but he never spent that penny that was in his pocket. Meanwhile, other coins were always coming and going through the boy's pocket. And one day, a nickel arrived. So here's the penny down here, and here's a nickel in his pocket. So the penny asked the nickel, "Why doesn't the boy spend me?" The nickel knew. He can't do anything with you. He can't put you in a vending machine. The vending machine says, "No pennies." He can't use his penny in the vending machine to get chips or a soda or some kind of a snack. He can't put you in a parking meter. No pennies. Come to think of it, about the only thing he can put you in. And look, the nickel looks surprised, and the penny looks surprised, maybe a little nervous. The only thing he can put you in is a penny press. Boys and girls, do you know what a penny press is? Sometimes you go to a place like the zoo where they have a gift shop, and they have a machine. You can put a penny in there, and it flattens the penny. So you can't spend the penny anymore, but you keep it as a souvenir. So you can see the penny is flattened, and the penny press is saying, "Yum." I don't think the penny wants to go in the penny press. That's why it takes 5 of you to be worth 1 of me. 5 pennies equal 1 nickel. And with that, the boy reached into his pocket scooped up the nickel. There's the nickel in his hand, the penny's still in his pocket. And spent him, and the boy never saw the nickel again. Then one day, a dime arrived in the boy's pocket. There's the penny still in the bottom, and now he has a dime. So the penny asked the dime, "Why doesn't the boy spend me?" The dime knew, he's embarrassed by you. You're not made of beautiful shiny silver like all the other coins. You're the only coin that's a dull copper color. So the nickel, the dime, the quarter, they're all shiny. And the dime's not being very nice and says to the penny, "You're the only one that's made of a copper color." And if you look closely, the penny's crying. He's got a tear. And your sides are so boring and bare. If you look at the really worthy coins, you'll see that we have ridges on our sides that look like crowns. So she's saying, your sides are bare, but all the other coins have ridges, and they look like crowns. Did you ever notice that about coins? That's why it takes 10 of you to be worth 1 of me. 10 pennies equal 1 dime. And just like the nickel before, the boy reached into his pocket. He scooped up the dime. What do you think he's going to do with the dime? And he spent her. And the boy never ever saw that dime again. Then one day a quarter arrived in the boy's pocket. There's the penny, there's the quarter. So the penny asked the quarter, "Why doesn't the boy spend me?" The quarter knew. He knows he can't give you to an adult. I've grown up watching them go out of their way to avoid you. So the quarter tells the penny, people walk right by you. Adults see you on the ground. They don't pick you up. They don't care. You're just a worthless penny. He's even seen them do just about anything to get rid of you. The quarter saying, I've even seen grown-ups throw pennies in the garbage. That's why it takes 25 of you to be worth 1 of me. 25 pennies equal 1 quarter. And just like the nickel and the dime before, the boy reached into his pocket. We know what he's going to do. He scooped up the quarter. And spent him. And the boy never saw that quarter again. But eventually, the words of the nickel, the dime, and the quarter began to take their toll, and the penny felt ashamed to be a penny. Sometimes when people say things that aren't very nice to you, it makes you feel bad, and that's what's happening to the penny. They're all telling him he's worthless. Time didn't make things any better. As the boy grew, countless coins passed through his pocket. So day after day, year after year, nickels and dimes and quarters kept coming and going, but that penny just stayed in his pocket. And they all got spent, except for him. All the boy ever did with him was rub him between his fingers, bounce him in the palm of his hand, or squeeze him tight. But then one day, something very peculiar happened. You see the boy reaching down to the penny. What does the word peculiar mean? What do you think? So let's use some context clues. Up to this point, the penny stays in the boy's pocket. He gets rubbed, he gets tossed, he gets squeezed, but he never ever gets spent. This happens over and over again. But then one day, something peculiar happens. What do you think peculiar means? Boys and girls, peculiar means odd or different. So all of a sudden, one day, something odd, something strange and different is going to happen. Do you have a prediction? It started normal enough. The boy reached into his pocket and felt for the penny, like he'd always done before. But this time, he didn't rub the penny, he didn't bounce the penny, and he didn't squeeze the penny. He didn't do the usual things. He's going to do something peculiar today. Instead, for the very first time, the boy took the penny out of his pocket and gently cradled him in his hands. And then the boy said to the penny, "Thank you for always being there for me." Thank you, Penny, for always being there for me. In times when I felt nervous, I would rub you between my fingers. Here he is in the talent show, and he's nervous to be on stage. And the penny's in his pocket saying, "You've got this." And that helped calm my nerves. In times when I felt shy, I would bounce you in the palm of my hand. So he's about to meet someone new and he's feeling shy. He doesn't want to look at them. And that helped give me confidence. I was able to turn around and shake this person's hand. And in times when I felt scared, I would squeeze you as tightly as I could. So here he is up on this diving board about to jump into the water, and he's very scared. And again, the penny's in his pocket saying, "You got this." And that helped me act brave. He jumped into the water. You are my lucky penny. Look at the big smile on the penny's face now. You are my lucky penny. And in that moment, the penny began to realize something he hadn't realized before. The nickel, the dime, and the quarter, they were not right at all. They were wrong. He wasn't worthless. He wasn't worthless. The real reason the boy never ever spent him was just the opposite. So what's the opposite of worthless, boys and girls? Okay, if something is worthless, it's without worth. Okay, people don't want it, it's not worth anything. So what would the opposite of worthless be? Valuable, priceless, worthy. Okay? So he wasn't worthless, he was valuable, he was worthy. He was priceless. The boy then softly whispered to the penny, Never let anyone make you feel worthless. Because to me, you're worth more than all the nickels, dimes, and quarters in the world. So they might be worth more money in a store, but he's priceless. Okay, he means more to him. The boy then gently returned the penny back to his pocket, and over the years that followed, whenever he needed a little luck, the boy would rub the penny, or bounce the penny, or squeeze the penny. But the one thing the boy never ever did, what did he never ever do, boys and girls? He never ever would spend the penny. Now on the back of the book there's a little message here, and it says, some things are worth more than all the nickels, dimes, and quarters in the world. So I want you to think about this story. What is the theme? What is the message that the author wants you to take away from this story? Have there been times that you felt worthless? And how did that make you feel? What are some things that have made you feel better? Made you feel priceless, made you feel worthy? Okay? I want you to think about the theme. And maybe take some time and think about the people that you're at home with right now. And I'm sure that you feel that those people are priceless to you. So let them know. You're priceless to me. There's a saying, an idiom, you're worth your weight in gold. I like that saying. That means somebody's really, really important to you. So give that special someone an extra hug today. Let them know that they're priceless to you. Let them know that they're worth their weight in gold to you. Because you know what, boys and girls? All of the teachers and staff at Lincoln School, we miss you very much. And we want you to know that even though we're not with you, that you are very worthy to us. That you are all priceless and you are all worth your weight in gold to us. We miss you. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed my story, and I hope you take some time to think about the theme, the message that was in this book. Have a great day.